Hey family, welcome back to my channel. I have a surprise for you. Meet Mr. Clown. You know who Mr. Clown is, family. Come on, don't be shy. I know Mr. Clown. I can relate to crossing paths with Mr. Clown. You want to see him up close and personal, so it can jog many of your memories. Yeah, there you go. That's Mr. Clown right there, wearing the mask. Mm-hmm. Telling you sweet nothing, telling you what you want to hear. Yeah, that's him, that's her, coming out very innocent. Yeah, that's Mr. and Mrs. Clown. That's right. And there's really no gender when it comes to the clown. Not at all. I met Mr. Clown some years back. Back then, I was operating in my gift of the spirit as far as, gift of discernment. So I was fooled by Mr. Clown a long time ago. Now Mr. Clown can't play me. But how do they say when you know better, you do better? Now I'm learning to tap in and listen to my intuition. And it is on cue. Okay? It's right on cue. But anyway, life is all about learning the lessons. Okay, family? It helps us to grow and become better people. And as they say, what doesn't kill you make you strong. Now, let me just share my little testimony with Mr. Clown. Mr. Clown came out very charismatic, saying all the right things, giving me all these compliments. But Mr. Clown was very deceptive and also very secretive. Mr. Clown was also living a double life. Let me just say that. So I'm sure many of you can relate to that when you come across a Mrs. Clown or a Mr. Clown. Mr. Clown's not, let me say it like this, Mr. and Mrs. Clown, they're not transparent at all. They're the kind of individual, they tell you what they want you to know and hear, okay? And they always wearing a mask. You never really see the real them. No, they're not going to want you to see the authentic self. Because sometimes you feel like you will reject them, and rightfully so, because you're not going to like what you seen in the beginning. So they wear a little mask and just show you what they want you to see. And they're very deceptive. Many of them can be narcissists, especially if you're someone that's, have a bright light about you. A lot of times, Mrs. or Mr. Clown, once they gain your trust, here come the name calling. Here come them tearing you down. Because see, for one thing, they're trying to dim your light. Can many of you relate to that? They know you're a good person, but they don't care because they're very selfish. And they are only thinking about what they can get out of the equation as far as hooking up with you. I was setting my attentions on the clown character. I was using the Inner Shadow Oracle. Now, the information is going to come out here, family. This is for entertainment purpose. It's a collective reading. Where at the end of the day, I was setting my attentions on when we encounter a person that has the characteristic of a clown. What can we expect? Okay, when we encounter the clown, whether it be male or female, what can we expect? And this is what came out. I'm sure more would have came out, but my little desk is, not that big. So let's get started, shall we, family? I care. That's why I make this video. I know it can help somebody. If many of you are definitely, seeing a lot of, your personal situations here, feel free to reach out to your sister. I'm here for you. Check out my About Me section. You can see all the readings that I offer, as well as you can check out my community section and scroll down and you can see the listings of the readings that I offer. But I feel like when you are meeting someone for the first time and you want to know their true intentions, you would definitely want a spiritual background check, okay, from your sister. Keep that in mind. So I was shelving the deck, and this is what came out. I'm going to share it. I want to tell you so much. This is their MO. Actually, they're not saying this to you, they're keeping this to themselves. I want to tell you so much. You know why they want to tell you so much? Because it's so much they're keeping from you. You're in the dark. Hell, they might be living a double life, but they're not going to tell you that you're in the dark. They want to tell you so much, but they're not. And I think about also when they are creeping, okay? They want to tell you so much because 9 times out of 10, they probably got somebody pregnant, but they're going to keep that to themselves. Next, you didn't imagine it. What comes to me with this right here, and the spirit be on it, you didn't imagine it. Think about those times that many of you, your intuitiveness on the inside, is kicking in, and something's not right about your significant other or this person that claims that they love you. They're changing up on you. Their patterns are changing up. The way they used to treat you is changing up. And not only that, you saw what you saw. As far as you seen them with somebody, sometimes you could be in denial, but you saw what you saw. You saw them on the phone with somebody. You saw that number in their pocket. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard. That speaks for itself. So, my brothers, my sister, you saw what you saw and you heard what you heard. You didn't imagine it, okay? You didn't imagine what you saw nor what you heard. But this is what comes with being involved with a clown. I took the easy way out. You know what comes to me when I see this? This is someone, they're really not happy in the relationship anymore, family. So you're meeting this clown. This clown is not woman enough or man enough to tell you, I want out of this relationship for whatever reason. Instead of them not telling you, they're showing you. Their action is speaking volume. No, they're not going to say, I want out of this relationship because I'm not happy. Or we have grown apart, I'm not feeling it anymore. No, their actions are going to speak volume. So right here, I took the easy way out. Yeah, their actions is letting you know they don't want you anymore because they were not man or woman enough to tell you. And like they say, you didn't imagine it. Okay. Next, in that moment, I didn't care. That's right, because they weren't thinking about you. In that moment, while they were doing their dirt, you was the last person on their mind. Notes will always come to your lips. Why? Why? Why would you do this to me? I thought you loved me. Well, in that moment, family, they didn't care. Okay? Because if they did care, they wouldn't do the things that they do. Think about it. I pretend that I don't care. You know what comes to me when I see this? Somebody that's mind effing you. Okay? They're doing a whole lot of brainwashing you. I pretend I don't care. And for the most part, these jokers, I tell you, these clowns, they're very selfish. Okay? They are very selfish. And if they do care a little about you, you would think that they would care enough about you to respect you enough to do what's right. But they don't. They don't. They just leave you hanging. and disrespect you all over and over again. I've been here before with others. That's right. You have encountered someone that's been in past relationships with others and they're repeating the same thing with you. It's an ongoing cycle with them. And when the relationship is over with you, it's on to the next. The cycle is going to continue. I'm sorry. How many times have you heard this, family? This person's supposed to love you, honor you, respect you, and every time you look around, if it ain't one thing, it's another. They say they love you, but their actions not lining up. And you got to constantly hear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Doesn't get old. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what the clown is saying to you. Knowing goodwill, their heart is not in it. But this is what you're constantly getting from them. I'm sorry. And their actions, they're not changing at all. What did you want from me? Here comes the narcissist. It's always you, not them. They don't have to look in the mirror as far as what they're doing. It's always you. You're the problem. Boy, these clowns are something else, aren't they, family? What do you want from me? They're pretty much saying, what do you see in them? Well, you thought you were seeing someone that was actually transparent, but they were wearing a mask the whole time. What did you want from me? You wanted them to be trustworthy. That's what you wanted, but they're not reciprocating it. I don't really know you. This is not pretty much what they'll be saying to you. This is pretty much what you'll be saying to them. Okay? When everything started to sink in, you realize, you know what? I don't even know this person. I don't really know you. And you know what? You're right. Because they showed you the image they wanted you to see. Once they built the trust up and they got you like this, they got you jumping pretty much how high? Oh, yeah. I know you're watching me. Yeah, you are watching them because you're starting now to become very suspicious of their actions. They're pretty much self-sabotaging the relationship because, as I stated earlier, they're not going to tell you I want out of this relationship. Their actions going to show it. So yeah, you're watching them when they're on the phone, when they're on the computer. You walking by, just checking on them, seeing what they're doing. Yeah, they know. I'm different now. Oh my goodness, I feel like these two go hand in hand. I'm sorry. I'm different now. And then what? 2 or 3 weeks go by. Here they are repeating the same cycle. I'm sorry. I'm different now. You break up with them for whatever reason. Less than what? 30 days. I give it 60 days. You're meeting back up, trying to make sense of what went wrong, and you're getting this right here. I'm sorry. I'm different now. In that moment, I didn't care. Well, you did see what you see, and you heard what you heard, so you didn't imagine it. I see. I know you're watching me. You're saying, you know what? I don't really know you. I hope you're happy for me. This is very interesting. They want you to be happy for them, but when it comes to your accomplishments. They can care less. They can care less. Okay, it's all about them because you're dealing with a selfish individual. This clown is wearing a mask and they are opportunists. And all they care about is what they can get out of you. Please know that. And this right here, oh yeah, they're being genuine. They want you to be happy for them, but they're not happy for you. They're not sincere. You're so easy to see through. So be mindful when you're encountering these so-called clowns family. Because see, they study you. They do their research, okay? A lot of times they know your weakness too. And it really depends on where they find you. You know, they might end up finding you in a place where you're very lonely, you're very sad. And for the most part, they're finding many of you on these social sites, these dating sites. So they know many men and women are very thirsty. You're pretty much lonely, period. So that makes you very vulnerable. So this is how they look at you. This is how they see you. And they know what to say and how to move to get close to you. You're so easy to see through. See, they have figured you out, but you have not figured them out. You're not wearing a mask, but they are. I couldn't tell you face to face. Oh my goodness, where is it? 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 You see that? Don't this sound familiar? I took the easy way out. I couldn't tell you face to face. Pretty much they ghost you. They left you hanging. Have many of you ever, live with one of these clowns? I haven't, but I'm sure many of you can relate. And you come home and they're gone. They pack their bags up. Cause they've been pretty much showing you all along that they want out of a relationship. Okay, but instead of them telling you, they weren't woman enough or man enough to let you know, so they bounce. Okay, they bounce, left you hanging. Cause see, this individual, they were not reliable in the beginning. They ghosted you. They left you hanging. I took the easy way out. I couldn't tell you face to face. They couldn't tell you face to face that they were no longer happy in a relationship, or maybe they cheated on you and they're seeing somebody else. Maybe they moved in with that individual, but they still ghosted you. Period. You were in the dark all alone. Oh, the clown is something else. Family, the time we're living in, this is not a time to be ignorant and be in denial. You know what you know and you see what you see. You may say, well, I'm not psychic. Everybody has the gift of discernment. It's a matter of listening to that still voice and stop procrastinating. That gut feeling, if it's telling you something, heed it. Okay? Heed it and listen to it. Because you're not imagining it whatsoever. You're not imagining it. Let's get 21 messages of a clown that comes off as a narcissist. I'm sure many of you can relate to this. I'm using Divine Shadow Self Oracle. Shout out to Divine Vision. This is for you, family. I love you, and I want many of you to be safe out here, okay? So if you enjoy this content, give me a thumbs up, and let's continue. And please like, share, and subscribe. Divine Spirit, what are the characteristics of a person that's disingenuous, that's a clown? Yeah, I knew that was going to come out. I knew that was going to come out. Seeking clarity of a clown. What to look forward to. What are those characteristics of a clown? Disingenuous clown. None of this is in divine order, fam. They're just random messages, okay? Have ears to hear, okay? You're not watching this by accident. And I do not wish this on any of you to encounter somebody that's not sincere and is out to use you and spit you out. You're watching, so maybe receive this message with love. All right, none of this is my opinion, but I agree 100%. Entanglement. These are one of the signs when it comes to meeting a clown. This individual never had your best interest all along, family. This is what you're pretty much ending up in when you're hooking up with a clown. This individual, um, it'll pretty much have you in a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic. And the whole time you're thinking you're the it, you're the one. It would be somebody in the shadows and the wings sharing the individual also right along with you. It will always be a third party somewhere in the shadows. Okay? And not only that, the relationship will be very toxic. If it ain't one thing, it's a damn another with this individual. Antagonists. They will come off with this kind of characteristic about them. Full of freaking hostility. Awkward. You know what? These clowns, they really see themselves as very awkward. Okay? They really do. That's why they wear a mask. Okay? You'd be surprised how they really see themselves. Betrayal. I see, with this right here, this is somebody that you know. Meeting this called clown, allow them to enter your circle and attach themselves to you. This is what's going to happen eventually. Betrayal in some form of fashion. Secretive. Yeah. There's a lot they want to tell you, but they're not going to tell you. Because for one thing, they'll lose their grip, their power over you. Yeah, they're very secretive, keeping a lot to themselves, only telling you what they want you to know. Numbness. This individual may have a lot of issues. Let me just say that when it comes to their childhood on up. So this individual probably does a whole lot of self medicating. Okay, drugs, alcohol, pretty much trying to fill a void. And also, you could be dealing with a cold individual. So be on the lookout for that as well. But for the most part, they're definitely in pain. It's something that they're trying to, let me just say this. I think about a person trying to run away from their past, but getting back to self medicating, they like to numb themselves. They like to numb themselves. Whatever it is of their choice when it comes to numbness. It can be drugs, it can be alcohol or sex. Someone could have sex addiction as well. That's why you're always looking at a third party on the side. You don't really want to face their self or their issues. Oh, condescending. Very condescending. Let's continue. Normally I set these to the side, but the meant for them to come back out, they will come back out. I'm just saying about the spirit today. Seeking clarity about these clowns like to enter people's lives. I definitely need that. Hold on, family. All right, let's continue. I'm going to tell you what comes to me when I look at each word. Drowning. This individual can be very emotional. This is one that's drowning in their emotions, okay? Feeling very overwhelmed, drowning in their emotions. Or who knows, they might have you drowning in your emotions due to the so-called abuse from them. Next, ambivalence, having mixed feelings. It's like they don't know what the hell they want. One minute they want you, the next minute they don't. But they're not gonna let you know that. Next, defensive. Now, why do they have to be defensive? Oh, I know, due to accusations. You're gonna be accusing them of wrongdoing. Like I said, if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't cheating on you, it can be stealing from you. It's something that they're doing to where they're gonna be feeling like this, defensive. Abandonment issues. A lot of times these clowns have experienced this in their childhood and they have not healed from it. So be mindful. Be mindful of getting involved with people who have abandonment issues because it can be very domineering and controlling. Is their way of the highway. Flighty. Yeah. This is someone that easily get upset. And I already told you they're very emotional. So yeah, you pretty much have to be tiptoeing around them. They are easy to get upset. So be mindful of that. Pay attention to the red flags. Or shall I say, I don't want to say red flags, but pay attention to the red signs when you see them, okay? Complacency. It's interesting for complacency to come out. I see a lot of this when I'm doing crime ratings. These are called clowns. They can be very dangerous, family. This is someone that's unaware of danger. That's my take on it. Now, it's not the clown that's unaware of danger. You are unaware of danger. Cause you really don't know who you're dealing with. Okay? A person like this can set you up. A person like this can be plotting and planning. Let me just say that. Unbeknownst to you, you're the one in the dark when it comes to their sinister plotting against you. Regret. I feel like the clown wouldn't feel a sense of regret as far as meeting you, but when it's over, you would definitely feel a sense of regret meeting them. You'll be thinking to yourself, ugh, if only if I known better. If only if I paid attention to those red signs, okay? They were there all along, but like I say, a lot of times we overlook them. A lot of times we want to be in denial instead of seeing things for what it really is. Let's go around again, shall we, family? It came out, so I'm going to honor it. The clown, the clown, the clown. I can't make this up. The spirit is on it. Mm, the spirit is on it. Grief. This is what you will be experiencing dealing with a freaking clown that you're allowed to come into your life. Grief. I'm sure many of you can relate to this. I definitely can. Hello, somebody. In the past, I can relate to it. Now, I wouldn't even put up with that. Let me just say that. Arrogance. Oh, they're full of arrogance. Abuse. I think about abuse of power, but they can be very abusive also, emotionally and mentally. And they do a lot of mind effing you. Please know that. Manipulating you. And sometimes they can put their hands on you also. Desperation. I let me be the judge when it comes to this. This is how they feel a lot of people are when they're on these dating sites. It's like you're very desperate. Not saying everybody, but I'm just saying from the perspective of the mind of the clown. It's like they're reading you. And please know they do their research, trying to figure you out. Closed off. This is someone that does not let you in, okay? Whatever they're going through, it's like they shut down. Can you imagine you and the individual having problems and they're not letting you in, they shut down, disconnection. You're walking around, y'all could be in the same room and they're not gonna tell you anything. You'll pretty much be in the dark. They'll be closed off. For the most part, they probably end up going in another room, closed off. And victim. It's not me that's the problem, it's you. Oh, had you did such and such and such and such, everything will be fine. But see, you're the problem. They love to play the victim. Oh, woe it's me. It's never them, but it's always you. But not only that, you ended up with a clown that you really, really, really don't know. Remember the word complacency? Someone that's unaware of danger. Yeah, you can end up being a victim as well. I've seen many of these clowns in my ratings when it comes to missing person, when it comes to these crime ratings. At the end of the day, this came right back out. This is how you'll be feeling it when it's all said and done. Feeling regret. Oh, I hate I got involved with that person. Oh, I hate I let that person get close to me. Oh, I hate I let that person be around my children. Oh, I hate I fell for the bait. Regret. Be mindful of the clown when it shows up. These are some signs, family, and I'm sure there are many, many more. I love you. Be safe. Watch this video as much as you need to make sure you don't have one inside your home, or there's not one that's trying to communicate with you and try to get close to you. Please know you do not want to be experiencing grief and regret at the end. I love you and bye for now. Be mindful of the clown when they show up.